Today I'm making a straw braid hat made from wheat straw. It begins by soaking the straw so that it becomes malleable. And then I put the hank of braided straw, it's about 1/4 inch wide, onto this sort of lazy Susan that allows the bundle of straw to spiral as I'm working so that it doesn't become an unholy mess. I start by doing a test run to make sure that I have the right tension, and also when the tension is perfect, I get a perfect tube that doesn't go in or out, and this is important for controlling the hat. The hat begins by hand sewing a little button, which I then put onto the machine once it's about a couple inches wide, and then I can continue on the machine. Once my tip of the hat, that's the top of the hat, is the right size, I angle the hat downwards so that I can make the side of the hat. Because this is a Mad Hatter and the very top of the hat is quite wide, I want it to pull inwards. So I did this by tightening the tension on the machine as well as by pulling on the straw. And here I have not lost my mind. What I'm doing is I am removing about 1 inch or so of the straw so that I can make an underlayer, and the hat then goes back onto the machine. I sew what I ended up taking off, and I'll later attach that ring to the very bottom. And here I'm making a tube which becomes the bow later on. There it is. My studio cat. I did try to sew this band on with the sewing machine, but ended up having to do it by hand. So here's a preliminary shaping. The hat itself is mostly shaped in the sewing, but in order to make it nice and smooth, I do need to steam it over a hat block. So there's that tube that I cut open, traced out the bow, and now I cover both edges with straw, and I sew it onto the back of the hat, which can also be worn as the front. And then comes lots and lots of tiny little embroidery. These hats are labors of love, and they take a very long time. Here's a final shaping with some nice strong steam from a kettle. And there we have it. The hat is done and ready to be packed up and sent to Laura in Virginia. And now let's head out for a little bit of a walk around Lunenburg. Thank you so much for watching, and if you'd like to learn more about me, my website is hatjunkie.com. Hope you can make it to Lunenburg, Nova Scotia, and be sure to stop by and visit me in my studio. Bye.